Roxx gang with Scratch My Back. This is a CVT guitar lesson 4. Who is this for? For Carlos. So Carlos, this is your first one, man, I think. Yeah? Or no, I'm not sure. Anyways, this one of the guitar players, man, I thought for a second it was Vinnie Vincent from Kiss, you know, from the Lick It Up album. But I hear some Ronnie LaTecra from TNT, one of my faves that a lot of people don't know who he is. But a lot of solos, a lot of like fast stuff going on in here. Rhythmically, we're jumping right in at 2 seconds in, 12th fret on the A. This stuff isn't critical, but I gotta give you a start point, so we're just gonna hit that as a slide, descending into an E5 power chord. Tuning is flat, down a half step. So we have open 2, open E, 2A, pick scrape between the E and A strings, dangle it back. And then 15th fret A, just slide. It's like Eddie Van Halen, first person I heard do that with the scrape and the slide, for me personally, but that type of vibe. Right back into the E5 power chord. 3E, really heavy vibrato. Pull off to open E, and then open 2, 2, 2 on strings 5 through 2. That's just an A major. I like to bar that. And then a D2. Possibly a D major, I just didn't hear the F sharp in it, but 3B, 2G, we can hit everything except the top string. So it goes from the D2 to the A to open, 2, 2, 1, open, open, that's an E major. So from that vibrato we got pick scrape, slide from 19th fret. Like I said, the start point of these slides isn't critical. They're in there, but that's stuff that players change up, you know, just depending. Next section, because that would be the solo number 1. It's 2nd fret off the G string. We're gonna bend it. Comes in at 14 seconds. So we bend the whole step. I like to back it with the finger. Whole step is 2 frets. And then there's a rest. You're gonna do 3 more that have pinch harmonics with them. If you need work with pinch harmonics, type in Mike Gross pinch harmonics. I have a really good lesson on those. And then hit it again, no pinch, release, pull off to open to the 2D. And then 18 seconds in, we're gonna go, let's see. Second fret on the E, lower your thumb because you got to do a stretch, kind of pivot stretch here. Pick, hammer 3 and 5. Same thing on the A string. And then still on the A string, we're going to go 3, 5, 7, pick, hammer, hammer. Twice. So it's right? 4, 5, 7, pick, hammer, hammer on the D. Pick, pick. And just slide way up by the pickups and then stop the note. Open D and G, whammy bar. Okay, so you're gonna whammy down, up, down, up, down. So it's actually pinch harmonic to 2G. Actually, you don't have to bend that. Just pinch harmonic, whammy. And you're gonna whammy that with the vibrato. Okay? Section 2, I believe this is the verse at 21 seconds, the E5 again. Open 2, EA. Slide from 19 off the E. And then this is kind of one of the main hooks. 5A, 5D. I like to use my middle and third, and then I'll put my index on 4D. We're gonna pivot between those two. So, hit those, A and D, 5th frets, 2 open E's, palm mute, and then just take your 3rd finger off and you're doing the next chord, 5A, 4D. Followed by 2 palm mutes. You'll see double dots in music, that means repeat, and you're gonna go 2 times. I notated all of that, so. And then the 5-5, open E palm mute once, to 5/4, and that's it. From there, we're going into the E5 again. Open B and E as that's ringing, and then start this 5/5/5/4 again. Then this next part, section 3 at 36 seconds, open A, bar the 2nd fret D and G, bar the 5th fret B and E. When what's happening is you're going to hit strings 5 through 2, that's A through B, and then hit the last 2, B and E. And then the same riff we were doing right here. It's the same thing, but it's down on the D and G 5th fret, and 5th and 4th. To do the same thing, the palm mute will be off the open A instead of the open E. Twice, and then the chord, 1 palm mute, chord. Okay, now we can move on to page 3. By the way, it's 7 pages of tabs. Section 2, one time from the star, which is the... Takes us into section 4 at 50 seconds. It's a G major. 3E, 2A, 3E. Everything else is open. Strum it into an A major, open A, 2nd fret D, G, and B. And then go 7G, twice, hammer to 9. 7B, half step been released. Remember, a half step is 1 fret. To 9G. Alright, from there we can move on to the next section, section 5, and then we're, don't worry, I know there's a lot of sections here, but we're going to start getting into a bunch of solo stuff actually. Rhythmically, we're almost done. This is the chorus at 57 seconds. That's E major, open 2, 2, 1, open, open. 3rd fret E, vibrato. A major, open 2, 2, 2, strings 5 through 2. And then do the power chord off that. Open A, 2D to 3E twice. Vibrato. The D2 once again. A major, E major. So it ends with... That part goes twice. Then we got the second solo. A lot of solo bits in here. I got 90% of them. 15 off the B string. This is at 1:10. This isn't the main solo. It's kind of like an in-between filler solo. You're going to bend it a whole step, release it a half step, bend it back up to the whole step marker, vibrato it. And then... Oops. So, 12B pick, hammer 15, pull 12, and you can experiment with fingering. I'll use different fingerings just depending on how I'm feeling sometimes. Sometimes it's real important, it has to be a certain way, and other times it just depends. Length of fingers, all that stuff. Pick, hammer, pull. Then go 14, 12, 14, G, B, G, down, up, down. Bend, release, pull off to 12. Hammer 14. As you're doing the hold off the 14, bar the 15 on the E and B. Pick, pick, 14G. He's holding that. And then 15B bend, vibrato. 113, 5 on the G, slide up to 7. And then we're going to pick the 5B, hammer to 8, pull to 5, 7G, up on 8B, pull off, again, so it's 7, 5GB, 8B vibrato. So that riff slowly is, okay? Then this part again, the open D and G with the whammy swoops, we did this earlier. And then, now on that, it's instead of like last time, it's a natural harmonic on 5G. This light pressure above the fret wire, and then whammy down. Okay, then moving on, I think that's the end of that solo. So we got the main solo coming up. Everything else is repeats until we get to that main solo. So we're going to start with a alternate pick on this. A, 9, 10, and 12. And then same thing on the D, ascending, descending. Oops, I'm palm muting. We don't need to palm mute. 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 10, 9. Then we can move to page 4. Go to the A string, 12, 10, 9. Okay, so then go 10, 12. So it's, and then 9, 10, 12 on the D. But when you get to the 12D, go, these are going to be downstrokes now. 12, 10, 12, 14, 12, 14, 14, bend, release, pull off to 12, 14D. So that alternate picking has to stop at that point, right? So 210, we got 7th fret off the B and E, kind of finger knuckle shift it. Go it's 7B, 7E, 7B. And then 10B bend vibrato. 7B. And then 10B pull off to 7. And then you're going to go down, up, down, 9, 7, 9 on the GBG. Release. And then the next timestamp comes in at 211. And this is 10th fret on the B, sliding to 12. And then bar the 12 on the B and E 3 times. And then bar the 10th fret on the E and B 1. So 213. This might be the main solo, but it's like the first guitar player because there's 2 different players. The one I said, Vinnie Vincent, Ronnie 𝐿𝐿, that's the guy coming up in a second here. 213 will be our next riff. That's going to be 14 on the high E. Pick, hammer 15, pull 14. And then go 15B down, 15E up. So it's just shift it down, pull it off to 14, so that gives you, and then 15, 14 BE down up. 3 times of all that. Right? So except it's faster. 17th fret E, bend, vibrato. 217s are next timestamp. We're going to go 17E, slide to 19, pick, and then go 22 on the E, bend it 4 frets. It's up there. I circled a 2. That means 2 whole steps, which equals 4 frets. All right. And then go on the high E, go 19, 22, 21, 22. So it's, and then you're going to do a series of pick, pull, pull. 22, 21, and 19. Just pick the 22, do it 3 times. And then 22B, 19E. And then go 22, 20, 19 on the B. 21B. 19B, 21G, 10 vibrato. 220, now that, yes, this is where the other guy comes in. This is Vinnie Vincent meets Ronnie 𝐿𝐿 from TNT and Kiss. Alright, 5th fret, natural harmonic, whammy up, whammy down. In other words, then 7, 6, 8, GBE. It's actually a funk chord, if I got this right. It's hard to tell because it's a lot of warbly whammy stuff happening. As soon as you strum it, vibrato it with the whammy bar. 5th fret G, slide up to 10 and whammy it like crazy. And then pick. Whammy up, down, up, down, up. And when I say up, I just mean back into pitch. 223, this is the part that reminded me of Ronnie 𝐿𝐿. 12, 13, 12, 13. So it's palm muted and alternate pick. The X, you'll see on your tabs, all these things that are notated are explained. So oh, hold on. Got the Sustainiac on. We don't need that on. Go, like I said, palm mute, an alternate pick, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12 on the G. So 12, 13, 12, 13, 12. I'll just leave the 12 down. 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 10. 12, 10, 9. 10, 9, 10, 9. So, it's just flying. It's going to be hard to match him the same. I mean, he would have trouble matching it the same, I guarantee it. But I get the concept of what he's going for. It's that full-on Ronnie thing. 9 on the D. We're going to continue this alternate picking and palm muting. 9, 10, 12. Same thing on the G. So you're going to go. So if we got 3 notes, it's odd, right? So we're going down, up, down. The G has to be up, down, up. Take it back to 10, 9 on the G. Okay, we can move on to page 5. And then we're still on the same concept here, but we're going on the G still. 7, 9, 10. And then go 9, 7. So.